something strange is happening right now in the high ticket closing space. I've never seen anything like this after 4 years of being in this industry. So if you've been thinking about a way to escape your 9 to 5 and make $10,000 to $20,000 per month working from home, you got to listen carefully, because if you take advantage of this now, you will make more money than you thought was possible. Now, you're not going to see opportunities like this very often. So that's why people that start now are the ones that will have a massive advantage. So today I'm going to show you, number one, what this new shift is, 3 specific offers where you can exploit this shift that's happening right now, and a roadmap to start seeing results in the next 120 days with high ticket closing. But first, if you've never heard of high ticket closing before, you need to know about how big this opportunity is and how normal people are making $10,000 to $20,000 per month by just learning this one high income skill. There are 3 current forces that are converging right now in the market, creating this opportunity. Force number 1, maybe you've already heard of this. Some people call it the digital gold rush, because right now the high ticket online education industry is growing tremendously. There's plenty of stats. You can check it out. It's a billion, like multiple $100 billion industry. It's crazy. And what's happening is that there are a lot of companies right now in the high ticket online education industry that are growing tremendously, but also a lot of new companies are getting started because of this digital gold rush. So what that means is there is a lot of people, pretty similar to the gold rush, that they're seeing this opportunity of monetizing expertise, their knowledge, their experience, consulting, courses, digital product. They're seeing the opportunity, they have an expertise, and they want to build a business around it because it's very, very profitable. Everybody's trying to build an online education industry. It's a very, very good business model. Here's what's happening. This big opportunity is creating brands like this, and new brands every single day. So what you'll find is oftentimes personal brands or not personal brands, companies that they are very, very big in social media, and they use their following to sell their digital products, oftentimes high ticket online education services. The easiest way to look at this is there are 3 big markets inside of the high ticket online education industry. We have the health market, the wealth market, and the connection market. And in these 3 categories, there are high ticket programs being sold nowadays. And this is how these companies are growing their online education companies, through mentorship programs, courses, and whatnot. The health category is very easy, right? It's either physical health or mental health. For example, and I've put like emojis here. And by the way, if you want to have access to this graph, just comment graph down in the comments and I will send that to you. But for example, this person right here, online fitness coach, right? In the health market, Tony Robbins, mental health. For example, Kinobody, physical health market, okay? Visred as well, fitness, okay? And they sell high ticket packages to normal people, regular people, people that want to get in shape and they want nutrition, the workout, the accountability, and they have packages between $3,000 to $5,000 to $8,000. And I know this because I train closers that work in these offers. Then we have the wealth market. The wealth market is any kind of online education, training program, or mentorship program that is all about generating wealth, generating, multiplying, or managing wealth. So for example, any kind of business opportunity that is like, hey, do you want to learn how to make money with this model or with this way? Like for example, long-term trading strategies, etc. That's inside of wealth. Or any kind of business model. So for example, Brian Mark, okay? He helps people start a fitness coaching business. So his fitness coach is consulting. Calvin, he helps people make money with the Airbnb model. So if you like real estate, you want to start an Airbnb empire, boom, he can help you with that. Midterm rental expert. Okay, for example, trading, Alex Chen, e-commerce. He teaches you, he helps you how to build an empire with e-com. Sunny Lenarduzzi, YouTube expert, how to build a business through YouTube. All right. And then the third one is all about connection to self, confidence, self-esteem, etc. Connection one-on-one with, for example, a relationship, dating, etc. Or parenting, right? For example, parenting coach, relationship coach here, dating coach here. And these people in these 3 big high ticket markets, they are selling online education high ticket, meaning 3K, 5K, 10K, 12K, 20K, etc. That's the digital gold rush, monetizing your knowledge with high ticket online education programs. This is a booming market right now. But what happens is that these brands in the journey of growing these empires, they are facing big bleeding problems that they need help with. So there's a force number one, force number two, force number three, converging in the market, creating this opportunity right here. But the first thing you need to understand is the booming market of high-ticket online education. Now, what is actually going on with these companies? They have these four big problems. So if you picture these companies, they have massive audiences, they're really good at marketing, and they're really good at personal branding, and they have all these massive people that are constantly reaching out to them, constantly discovering them, and a good percentage of these people, they want to work with them. They have this demand already, but they cannot take over all of this demand. Imagine this influencer, Sunny Lenarduzzi. She is a YouTube expert, so that's her expertise. What do you think she is going to be focused on her business? Most likely is going to be marketing and creating content. Of course, she's a YouTube expert. Another thing that she's going to be very good at is helping clients get results. So she's going to put her focus, and most likely she's going to be passionate about investing time in her business in these areas: marketing, content, client delivery, and product development, making her mentorship program better, making the product better, hosting the trainings, etc. This depends on every company. Every CEO has their own forte. We could do the same with different companies here. This is just one example. But in most cases, these entrepreneurs, they want to be working with the clients because that's how they grow the business, and that's how they deliver results for the clients, just working with clients and developing the product, developing the programs, the courses, the workshops. Some of them will like more to be on marketing. Some of them will like more to be on sales. It depends. But there is a huge percentage of people, like for example, in this case, where this person is going to focus in these two areas of the business. So what happens with these two? They need help with this because they either don't want to focus on this, or they don't like it, or they just simply don't have enough time. And these are the bleeding problems they're having. There's a lot of opportunity in this market, but in order for them to be able to continue to grow and to take this opportunity, they cannot do it alone. Here's the big problem. They have the demand, they have the product, they have the expertise. But number one, they don't like to do the sales part, the closing part, even if it's speaking with people that are already interested in working with a person. They just simply don't want to hop on a call and have that conversation. It's a passion thing. I don't want to be hopping on calls and enrolling these clients. I would rather work with the people that are already clients and help them get results. Like in this case, I like to be creating content. I like to be on the marketing side. Someone needs to enroll these people and collect the payment, and they don't want to do it or they don't like it. The second bleeding problem, the business needs me in this area. Meaning it's an efficiency issue. So for example, for Sunny, she's a YouTube expert. Like the best thing she can do for her business is being here. Like she's much productive for the business here and here. So it's like an efficiency thing. Even if she loves sales, based on her talents and her strengths, the business needs her in those particular areas. So now to maximize efficiency, we need someone that is good and passionate about closing in the closing side. And it can be a combination of both. It can be, I don't like it, plus I am better in these areas. The next one is growth ceiling. We need more capacity. Imagine someone that actually likes being on these enrollment calls with people already interested and doing client delivery, and they have marketing delegated, for example. They only have a limited amount of calls they can hop on a daily basis because they have a limited amount of time, and they also have a life. And they are right now, they are experiencing that bleeding problem is we need more capacity. If we want to grow more, we need more people enrolling the clients. And then there's also another one, which is another growth ceiling, which is a problem of, hey, we have the capacity, but we need pros here. We need people that can do it at a better rate, at a higher skill level, so that instead of enrolling 3 clients out of 10, we can enroll 6 clients out of 10. So all of these are problems that are leading problems for these companies, and they know it. And that's why they are aware of that. They want to fix it because they know it has a direct impact on their business. So what happens is they want to grow the company. They're growing it, they're experiencing these problems, and that leads us to the third force. The third force is what creates the demand for high-ticket closers. That's exactly what's going on every single day. And if you're in the right networks and you know the right people, you can see on a daily basis, like I do, we are hiring. We're looking for setters and closers. The high-ticket closing is the opportunity, but you can also get there by becoming a setter first. We're hiring female closers, 14% commission, 10K potential, 5K offer, setter manager needed. Hiring 2 closers ASAP, looking for a female closer. We're hiring 1 SDR appointment setter, hiring setters, closers, hiring 4 sales development representatives, looking for a closer. Another one here as well. Investment banking closer, dialing team, on-track earnings 8 to 12K per month, looking for a closer. Mentorship, online education, etc. On a daily basis, if you know how to enter this industry, you're going to see tons of people actively looking for closers. It's not that you have to convince them or anything. Like, they are aware of these problems. They're not looking for anybody. Again, there's a big shift in the market that I'm about to share with you that is creating this huge opportunity, especially for beginners. But you need to understand first these 3 forces that are creating this opportunity. Huge booming market, the digital gold rush. They're having a big problem that's creating a demand for high-ticket closers. If you don't know what a high-ticket closer is, essentially this is what you do. We have this big influencer wants to grow. It can have 1, 2, 3. It can have a team of closers. And what the closers do is the closers speak with people that are already interested in working with the influencer. You act as a filter. You need to identify the good fits from the bad fits, and the one that are a good fit, you collect the payment and you enroll them into the service. And just by having these 1-hour enrollment calls, you get paid really, really well. This is actually the math behind it. This is how your day would look like as a remote closer. You see, like, you don't need to be all day on calls. You can take 4 or 5 calls per day. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For example, if at the end of the week you take 20 calls, you spoke with 20 people, and over those 20 people, you enroll only 20%. This is 20% close rate, 20% or 25%. So that would be like what? Like 5 people on that very week. You can get, if the price is 8.5K, you can get at least 10% commission. That's minimum. You can get $100 to $900 per enrollment, per sale. Imagine you do this for 4 weeks straight and you do 20 enrollments. 20 times $850 is 17K. The higher the price, the higher the commission. You can do it with 5K, you can do it with 10K, but this is just an example. You can make $17,000, $20,000, or $10,000 taking care of the enrollments. And essentially what you do is you host a Zoom call and you host a specific conversation that involves a discovery to really identify what's the situation of this person. There is a method that goes into it. If the person passes the filter, then you walk them through the solution, you enroll them into the program, you collect the payment. This is the opportunity, high-ticket closing. But here's the big shift. Here's what's happening right now in the market. And this is coming from real-world experience. If you don't know me, I went from $0 to $20,000 per month as a high-ticket closer. And then after that, I continued to grow in my career. And I went from closer to closer lead to sales manager to sales director. And I got into a position with my client, the person that I was doing the sales on their behalf at the beginning, where I was just managing the sales team. And because of that, I learned about hiring. I started meeting other recruiters, other sales directors, other sales managers, other sales coaches, etc. And what I've been seeing recently is a shift in who are they looking for. A year, 2 years ago, what everybody was doing was filtering and heavily betting on traditional sales experience. Like, everybody was looking for people with sales experience. If you have sales experience, but you have no experience in high-ticket closing, just, come here, we'll hire you, no worries, we'll teach you, blah, 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 blah. What we are encountering, and me personally as well, is that these people turn out to be harder to train. Why? Because they come with bad habits. People that come from traditional sales experience, they have, most of them, in my experience, in other recruiters' experience as well, other managers, they have very, very bad habits. And it's harder to train them because you have to remove a lot of bad habits. Also, a lot of the brands and a lot of the companies in this industry, this booming market, are personal brands, meaning the people are interested in working with the influencer. So oftentimes what I found is that people that come from traditional sales experience, their style of actually running this conversation is not in alignment with the values of the personal brand or the influencer. What is this shift? The new way, what we found out works 10 times better, is hiring a blank canvas, meaning we're looking for people that do not have traditional sales experience. And the reason why is because they don't have bad habits. Now, does that mean that we're hiring everybody? No. Here's the criteria. If you have a big vision for yourself of something that you want to accomplish, big financial goals, you have great character traits, you have work ethic, you want to become an entrepreneur eventually, you want to be some sort of a leader, and you have a base on high-ticket closing, meaning you know how to do this at a minimum viable level, boom, you're in. That's what I'm doing. That's what I've seen all the recruiters and other sales managers do as well. If we're in a situation where we have to pick someone with traditional sales experience and someone who does not have that but meet the other criteria, we go with the blank canvas. It's much, much smoother. It's easier to train that person. It's easier to get that person up and running. But again, they need to have a base on high ticket closing. Now, how can you take advantage of this shift? Well, first of all, if everything that I've shared with you resonates with you and you don't have traditional sales experience, you're in a perfect spot. Like, you can take advantage of this situation, of this big shift happening in the market right now. What are the 3 types of offers that you need to be in to capitalize on this opportunity as a high ticket closer to be able to make $10,000 to $20,000 per month, literally in less than 6 months? So offer number 1 is what we call business opportunity offers, or in short, BSOP offers. A business opportunity offer essentially is this. There is an online personal brand or an online company that is offering high ticket online education, teaching and helping people learn a skill or enter a career that's going to provide business opportunity for this market, for these people. It's typically connected to making money and want to get in the opportunity. It can be become a full-time trader. It can be become a cybersecurity expert. And what a business opportunity type of offer does is it helps the market compress time, because the market is willing to pay high ticket $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 for a mentorship program 3, 4, 5, 6 months long or a year long that's going to help them navigate the transition in a more safer and fastest way. Since you're speaking with beginners on these calls, like, you don't really need to be like a massive expert. You just really need to be trained, and you need to know what you need to know. That is not huge. It's not a 5-year degree or anything like that. But of course, like, cannot be a complete newbie. You have to have a solid base in high ticket closing. The second offer is what's called an improvement offer or an enhancement offer. It's targeting the market that is already in the trenches. It's targeting people that are already in the opportunity or already in a journey to get to an outcome, but they're facing issues and they want to do it better. And that's why they purchase these mentorship programs, these online education programs, or they work with these coaches or these consultants to help them improve whatever they're doing, to help them enhance everything they're doing to get to the goal. But they're already in the opportunity. Classical example is someone that is already trading, is already getting decent results, but is not making enough money to be able to leave the 9 to 5. So then they would hire a coach in trading. This coach in trading is going to charge high ticket. So you are going to handle the enrollments for this coaching program. And the situation these people are in is, I'm already doing it. I just know that I'm leaving a lot of money on the table. I just know that there's a lot of things that I'm not doing well. And because of that, I'm not seeing the results that I really want to see. I'm not going faster enough. It can also be, for example, what I do with existing closers. So existing closers come to me, they're already closing, but they're only making $4,000 or $5,000 per month. And they know that in that offer, there's another closer making $20,000 per month. And they know it's all about their skill. That's an improvement offer. Then the third offer is also very, very good. The third offer requires you to have business acumen. And also is very, very good if you eventually want to become an entrepreneur. It's one of the best offers you can get into as a closer, because you also learn about business. So you get paid to make 5 figures per month, plus the same time you learn business for free. So I love B2B consulting. I love this type of offers. I highly recommend it to anyone that wants to eventually build their own traditional online business with all the departments, like the big business, the actual business with a team and whatnot. You really need to educate yourself and train yourself and speak the lingo, because in B2B consulting, you are speaking with business owners. You're speaking with CEOs, CMOs, etc. But that's it. These 3 offers are excellent for you to get started in high ticket closing, business opportunities, improvement offers, and B2B consulting. Pick the one that resonates the most with you. If you don't have business experience, then just go with business opportunities, and pick the niches that are more in alignment with you. Remember, health, wealth, and connection. And if you take advantage of this shift, you can, in the next 3-4 months, you can start seeing results. Actually, let's step into the 120-day action plan. It's very simple. We do this all day. We have plenty of case studies. I'm just going to put it here. These are normal people that got started with high ticket closing, and they got results within less than 6 months. They started to make commissions as high ticket closers. So I'm just gonna make it super, super simple for you so that you have a clear path to be able to get started. The first 2 months, it's all about learning the skill and mastering a method for high ticket closing. High ticket closing is not hopping on a call and just winging it. You need to learn a system. We call it a closing framework. There are different closing frameworks. You need to learn one that works with human behavior and that does not trigger sales resistance. That's why most people now are avoiding people with traditional sales experience, because they just trigger a lot of sales resistance. They are doing the things from the wrong angle and for the wrong reasons, right? So you need a framework for closing that is in alignment with the personal brand, and it does not trigger sales resistance. We have our own. There are others as well. What you want to look for is these three things. Number one, the closing method needs to be dialogue based, not interrogatory or like an audition kind of thing, because it just prevents people from having a natural or normal conversation. It has to be dialogue based, not like an interview and interrogatory. I'm going to ask you 7 questions. Like, no. Yeah, it's just a normal conversation. That's what a closing call is a conversation. Okay, yes, you're driving, you're hosting, you're conducting the conversation, but it's a dialogue. Number 2 is question-based oriented. It's a question-based approach where you, the closer, you're asking the questions, they are coming up with the answers. They are coming up with the conclusions. And number 3 is self-reflective. So whatever the method you want to learn, it has to be self-reflective. What do I mean by that? Self-reflective means that they come up with the answers. They use their own mind to think and come up with the answer. We don't feed them the answers. We don't give them clues or options so that they can pick the answer. No. We invite self-reflection. We can help them in terms of like guiding them, but we're never going to feed them the answers, because the most potent, the most powerful form of influence is self-influence. The most powerful way to help someone do the things that they need to do to achieve what they want, to inspire someone, is when you facilitate a process, you facilitate a space where they come up with the answers. They come up with the conclusions, not you. When it's your idea, human beings are willing to defend their own ideas, even in the presence of data that tells them that they are wrong, just because it was our idea. That is the power of a self-reflective method, because they come up with the answer, it's their decision, and they will defend it. And they will stay committed to it, and it will help them get to where they want to go. So in the first 2 months, you're going to learn the basis of a framework that works. You can use ours. You have plenty of training in this channel. It's called Cognitive Behavioral Dialogue. That's our methodology, all about a dialogue that brings awareness between cognition and behavior. So for the first 2 months, you learn the framework. You learn how to conduct this call. Is always the same call. The only thing that changes is the person. Every time is a different person, right? And in 2 months, so you might need 2 or 3 months, but 2 months, if you go all in, you can get there. You can have a pretty good grasp of how to do this by practicing. You can go into market. You can get into market after 2 months. You don't need to be waiting for the perfect moment. Again, just minimum viable understanding to be able to do this, to conduct a call. And then in your 3rd month or 4th month, okay, 90 to 120 days, you can start getting into the market, into the space, start talking with companies, start applying for companies that are looking for closers. And if you truly have the skill and you have the work ethic and you have the right character traits, they're going to say, hey, let's collaborate together. Hey, let's partner up together. And you're going to start taking care of their calls. You're going to start doing calls on their behalf, and you will see your first commission. If you want to start taking advantage of it, you know what to do. Start taking action, start training yourself. You can do it on your own. If you want to do that, just check the content in this channel. I'm putting a lot of content in this channel about how to get closing. If you want to go faster and you want us to help you get there, teach you the skill, help you get connected with the right companies, and make sure once you're in their company that you're actually making commissions and you're building a long-lasting relationship with the company, down in the description box below, there's a link there. You can apply for our mentorship, and we can help you get there through the entire process so that you can start monetizing your skill of high-ticket closing. So there's a link below if you want to go faster, you want to work with us. And if you want to start on your own, just go through the content in this channel, and I will see you in the next video.